Hey friends, welcome to or back to my channel. Health Coach Abby here. I am on my own health journey currently, recovering from a post-total thyroidectomy, and that was 3 months ago. And since my diagnosis of hyperthyroidism, medication, surgery, all the things, it's been about a 6-month process, and I gained 40 pounds in that process. Excuse me. Obviously carrying around 40 extra pounds is not fun and it doesn't feel good, but I know I have a plan that's worked. 3 years ago on the Optavia 5-in-1 program, my husband and I each lost 65 pounds. Insert weight loss disclaimer here. And I'm back doing it again post total thyroidectomy. I am on day 5 today and little secret, 10.4 pounds down. Once again, results not typical, but between the hormones, the thyroid, the way I was eating, all the things, bloat and inflammation are a huge problem for me. I'm gluten intolerant. So being on the Optavia 5-in-1 program is what works best and how I feel my best. So all that to say, I want to talk about winning the weekend on a weight loss journey. Weekends can be super challenging for people. But if you count your weekend as Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday, and you chose to go off program or chose to set your goals aside like every weekend, you're only compliant for 57% of the time. 57% is a failing grade last time I checked. Okay, so weekends are so pivotal, so vital, and I personally believe the absolute make it or break it in any health or weight loss journey. For whatever reason, it is just more mentally challenging when you're not in your routine of your day-to-day, when you're doing fun and social things with friends and family, when there is food and alcohol and restaurants and all those other temptations involved, none of those are inherently bad things, right? Eventually, when we get to our desired weight goal, we are able to transition back into a more regular whole foods diet and follow the more like 90-10 plan, where you can have that glass of wine or that dark chocolate or that piece of cake occasionally. But right now, we're gonna set those things aside, keep our eyes on the prize, and propel ourselves forward. Nothing tastes as good as feeling good feels. I'll say that again. Nothing tastes as good as feeling good feels. This is my first weekend on program, and I'm in a great fat burn and honestly feeling very strong going throughout the weekend, but that is not always the case for an entire health journey. I know the last time I did the Optavia 5-in-1 program, there were weekends that were just really, really tough. So I just wanted to share a few thoughts on that and some tips and tricks that I have found really helped me out. The first of which is healthy hydration. Water, water, water. A lot of the times when you think you're hungry, you're actually just thirsty. You should be drinking water all the time anyway, 64 ounces minimum per day. But the more you drink, the less hungry you are, I find. And also just keeping your body hydrated just helps you to feel really, really good. So do not get distracted by all your projects and comings and goings and events and forget your water. It's easy to remember routine when you're sitting at your desk all day, but when you're out and about, it's harder to remember. So do that. My next tip is to get moving. A lot of us have more time on the weekends that we might not have during the week. So maybe you hit up that yoga class or you go for a walk or a bike ride, or you somehow incorporate movement into whatever your family activity is for the weekend. If your family's more used to like going to the movies and out to dinner, maybe you shake it up and say, hey, mama's on a health journey. Let's go roller skating or kayaking or I don't know, some other kind of, let's go to the park. Let's be active as a family. I promise you're never gonna regret getting active with your family. It is always a beneficial thing. The other tip I have is to really not do this in the dark. If your friends and family don't know what you're doing, tell them. How are they going to support you if they don't know? And if they're not supportive, we need to rejudge that relationship because they want what's best for you, or they should. And if you're at a place where you've decided that a health journey or weight loss journey is what's best for you, then they ought to respect that and support that. If you're going over to someone's house for dinner, you can offer to bring a dish that is compliant with whatever nutritional plan you're following. I know for me on the Optavia 5-in-1 program, I always love offering to bring veggie trays, buffalo chicken dip, lots of different options that people don't even recognize are actually really healthy and good for them. And you can bring them to share, plus know that you know exactly what's in your portion size. Depending on where you're at in your journey, you may or may not feel comfortable eating out at a restaurant. Optavia does provide the dining out guide, and there are so many options, and I have used that guide for years. I'm kind of babying myself right now, though. I'm in the first week of program. I don't feel strong enough to go to a restaurant yet and be tempted in that way. So we're purposely not eating out this week. We're gonna pack a picnic for the kids. I'm gonna make my lean and green at home, and we're gonna make it work. If you are going out, I definitely recommend looking at the menu ahead of time, deciding what you want to eat before you ever step foot in the restaurant, before you hear anyone else's order, and being the first one to order. Then excuse yourself to the bathroom while everyone else orders so you can't change your mind, okay? Talk to your coach if you're not quite sure. They are happy to help you choose an on-plan option for wherever you're navigating this weekend. By the same token, I think it's fair to remember that your Lean and Green with Optavia 5-in-1 program can happen any time of day. Brunch, lunch, dinner, no problem. Work your Lean and Green, plan the rest of your day around that. If you're a person that really struggles with the social aspect of eating on the weekends, that's something that we need to work on up here using the Habits of Health and the Life Book. However, in the meantime, if it benefits you to do like 2 Lean and Greens a day and 4 Fuelings and go to a 4 and 2 on the weekend so that you can still eat lunch and dinner with your family, that is way better than completely going off the walls and, just whatever. So you have to know mentally what you're able to withstand and what you can handle. All in all, I think the important thing to remember is it's not progress over perfection. I mean, it is progress over perfection. It's not about being perfect. So if you have a slip up, let it be the one slip up from that one moment in time. Drink your water, eat your next fueling, and move on. And also remember, this is a small moment in your life, a small period of time, which you're really working to get to a goal. The more choices you have, the longer you prolong your ultimate result. So let's pedal to the metal, get where we want to be, transition properly with the help of this amazing program Dr. Anderson has created, and move forward with the rest of our life living in optimal health. Good luck this weekend. Y'all got this.